Cool. All right. So let's get stuck into this Captain Planet article. I know this is probably not going to do anything as far as metrics or analytics, whatever goes, but I don't care. I just think this is a cool story and I didn't see it coming. So Captain Planet returns in new Dynamite comic book series, and he has a badass new look. Right, does he? Well, there's some images in this article and we'll have a look at them shortly, but I just want to cover this. So for those who, maybe I'm aging myself here, but I think most people are aware of who Captain Planet is. Well, the cartoon from the 1999 series, right? Animated series from Turner Classic or whatever it was, Turner Studios back in the day. Oh man, we used to love that show. That was massive back in the 90s. It's still good. I think it's one of the last bastions of those shows that has that really strong positive messaging, but it's not done in a like, oh, come on, like cheesy kind of way. Like, yeah, there's some cheese in there, but it's done in a way that's like, yeah, okay. It's lost in today. Like, I wish there were more cartoons or shows like that today with positive messaging like that instead of just all this random stuff. Anyway, I sound like an old man shaking his fist in the clouds, but new Captain Planet comic book series is on the way, the first in 3 decades. And the hero is back with a new look and no mullet, which is one thing I'm disappointed in. He's reimagined for a modern audience, and that concerns me. Read on for details. Captain Planet was first introduced in a 1990 animated series, Captain Planet and the Planeteers, but he's now set to return in a new Dynamite and Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products comic book series. What a mouthful that is. That whole Warner Brothers Discovery merger is... I won't go there. He's received quite the overhaul. Now looking like he's ready to step into a movie... Right, so let's just pause on that for a minute. I know they've tried, but I think they might be really, really trying. Now, Captain Planet will be joined by his Planeteers in a series launching this April. I think this is a test bed. Honestly, I do. I think this is a test bed to see what the pickup is for this comic book series and to see what the reception is. If you've not been aware, if you look at what Marvel and DC do in their comics, you can guarantee those are about 6 months ahead of potentially what's in the pipeline for the MCU, right? 6 to 12 months. If you look at that, if you look at what's ahead in Marvel Comics, it gives you a bit of a clue of where the movies are going to go. And if you don't believe me, go look into it yourself. All right, this is a cheap method for them to put out a book, right? And just, it doesn't cost that much in retrospect to a movie that could fail after spending hundreds of billions of dollars. They're going to see if there's a fan base still there that'll pick this up. Anyway, it's going to be the typical thing, right? It's the same 5 ordinary young people from around the world, and they've got the power rings and all that kind of stuff, or the elements. You know, we've still got Gaia, you know, the priestess of Earth and all that kind of stuff. All the key elements are mentioned here. It's still Earth, Fire, Wind, and Water, and Heart, and they combine their powers to summon Captain Planet. All right, we've still got Kwame from Ghana for Earth, Wheeler from America channels Fire, Linka from Russia with Wind, you know, Guy from South Korea controls Water, and you've got Marty from Brazil uses Heart. Every comic creator has their own personal white whale, that singular property they've been itching to make their mark on, and for more than a decade, Captain Planet has been mine, says writer David Pepose. Right? Pepose? Don't know if I'm saying any of that right, but I mean, I can't blame the guy. Captain Planet is awesome. I think as a concept, it's brilliant. And if I was a writer and I had the opportunity to take a stab at a new comic book series for Captain Planet or anything that I was excited or interested in, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, give me that, right? So if his energy's in there, if he understands what the property is, and what I said online was, when I first heard about this, if they do for Captain Planet what they do for the Boom Studios Power Rangers comics, this could be something really cool, right? Really cool. It's got me excited. I hope they nail it. I really do. I want to see this do really well. He'll be joined by artist Emin Casalos Vampirella for the first comic series starring Captain Planet in over 3 decades. They're kicking off the story with an energized yet faithful modernization of the franchise, in the same vein as Propose's approach to the smash hit Space Ghost series. Okay, I've heard good things about that. So gives me a bit of hope there. But every time I hear about from modern audiences, it really gets me concerned. You know, make of that what you will. We've got 1, 2, 3 blokes and 2 girls in this one, but you know, do they still stay on the same side, so to speak, if you know what I'm coming from, or are they all kind of, is this going to be like a modern year take on these young people, if you know what I'm saying? I'll cringe very hard if it turns out to be that way. Hopefully it stays to what's true to the series and the characters. Before these would-be eco warriors can grasp their own newfound powers in pursuit of environmental justice, they're first going to have to learn to trust each other. Cool, so it's like an origin story. They'll come together. Awesome. It will be even more of a trial by fire experience when Gaia is kidnapped, forcing the inexperienced Planeteers to learn in action against the well-financed might of Lucian plunder. Awesome. Their first test against the ruthless exploiters of Earth won't be the hardest, but it all starts here. Captain Planet #1 coming out April 23rd, timed to the same week as Earth Day. That's cool. Dynamite has also announced that issues will be printed on 70% recycled paper, of course. Makes sense, I guess. What a statement. Kind of stands for what Captain Planet is. The first installment features variants by superstar Mark Spears, known for his Monsters series, Christian Ward and Ben Oliver. The first 6 issues will also feature a special connecting set of covers by Jai Lee and June Chung, who you can take a closer look below. So, all right. So here's where we get in some of the imagery. I mean, I dig the beard, right? Of course I do. But I really wish they kept his mullet. Really do. This is obviously a realistic take on what he might look like. I think the red eyes with the blue is kind of creepy looking. He kind of looks terrifying, not going to lie. If he's meant to be a hero, I mean, come on. Let's tone it down a bit. But anyway, I dig what they're trying to do here, and they've given him like this weird kind of earth shoulders, like this rocky shoulders coming out of his chest here. Interesting take. I think they could have just gone away with the rock stuff and give him his mullet and kept the beard and called it a day. But the logo's there, which is awesome. So here's another interesting take. So beard. So I think he looks interesting here. Interesting is a nice way to say it. I don't know about the rock stuff coming out of his shoulders. I really don't. Like, I get it. He's of all of those elements. So how to represent it on the body itself, I guess. It is what it is. And this is the main cover that I saw that I thought looked really cool. So you can see Captain Planet's face behind the Earth there, or superimposed over the top. You can still see hints of his rocky shoulders there. Yeah, I think that's the choice cover, right? If I had to pick out of any of them. And this one's kind of cool. It's super cheesy, but that looks like Captain Planet, you know? Look at him. Look at him. Okay, we just froze there for a second. Look at him. Anyway, so we got the cast of characters here. So, you know, they do look a bit modern, right? Gaia just looks like Gaia. Like how do you improve on perfection? I mean, they nailed what her look like was in the 90s as well. Got the planet, new costume. I kind of dig it. I really think like the rocks, man. I keep saying it, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. See how different artists do it. This already looks better than the other examples that we just scrolled through. Kwame looks like Kwame, Wheeler, Linka, Guy, Marty all look like themselves, which is good. And I think that's it. Cool. Anyway, so I just thought I'd put that across your bow, right? If you were a fan of Captain Planet from the 90s, right? Or if you're younger now, and God knows if you're younger and you're watching me, I have no idea why. But I really hope this does well. And if this is a test bed, which is my theory for a live action movie that they've been trying to do forever, then I hope this does well. And I'll be looking forward to it. I don't do single issues, so I'm going to be one of those people that, yeah, I want to see this, but I'm not going to support it because I want a collected volume, right? So I hope this does well enough so that they can put these 6 issues, or if it goes to 12 issues, put it in a hardcover, sell it, and I'll buy it, right? or if it does really well, like Boom Studios, Power Rangers, hell, I'll buy that deluxe annual, right, every year, where it's got everything that happened that year. I'll buy that hardcover, not a problem. Anyway, Captain Planet and the Planeteers, new comic book, 2025. Looking forward to it.